What are cultural differences in connotation? 4 common concepts. Imagine trying to explain a simple word like home to someone from a different country. You might think it just means a place to live, but in reality, it can carry very different feelings and meanings depending on where you are. That's because words are more than just their dictionary definitions. They have emotional and cultural layers called connotations that shape how we see and use them. Connotation refers to the feelings or ideas a word suggests beyond its basic meaning. These associations are shaped by a culture's history, customs, values, and social experiences. For example, in English, the word lion often symbolizes bravery and strength. But in Chinese culture, the tiger is seen as a symbol of power and courage, and is considered the king of the forest. When Chinese speakers say, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, pulling a tooth from a tiger's mouth, they mean doing something very dangerous. Meanwhile, English speakers might say, beard the lion in his den, to describe facing a tough challenge. These expressions show how animals carry different connotations in different languages. Colors also have cultural connotations that vary widely. In both English and Chinese, red is linked to celebration and important events. But in China, red also stands for good fortune and revolution. In English, phrases like red letter day refer to special holidays or memorable days. Green in English often suggests jealousy, like green-eyed monster, but in Chinese, jealousy is expressed as Chinese letter, red eyes. Yellow in Chinese can sometimes mean something vulgar, like a pornographic film, which is not a common connotation in English. Even simple words like home and house can carry different emotional weights depending on the culture. In English, home feels warm, safe, and comforting, while house is just a physical building. Other cultures might see these words differently, attaching more social or emotional significance to them. Knowing these cultural differences helps when choosing words carefully. Words with similar dictionary meanings can evoke very different feelings or social signals depending on the culture. For example, the phrase shed crocodile tears in English means fake crying, but in Chinese, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, cat crying for mouse also suggests hypocrisy. Recognizing these differences helps avoid misunderstandings and makes communication clearer. When explaining words on a channel that defines their origins and shows how they are used, it's helpful to do 3 things. First, clearly state the word's basic meaning. Second, share the cultural background that influences its connotations. Third, give examples of how the word or phrase is used in sentences within that culture. Comparing similar words or expressions in other languages highlights how connotations differ. For example, the word tiger in Chinese culture symbolizes strength and bravery. You might say, Chinese letter, 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 Chinese letter. He is as brave as a tiger. The English equivalent might be, she showed the courage of a lion. Both words suggest bravery, but the animals and their symbolic meanings are different across cultures. Another example is the color red. In English, Christmas is a red letter day, meaning a special day. In Chinese, wearing red during Spring Festival is believed to bring good luck. These examples show how the same color can have different connotations based on cultural context. Understanding these differences in connotation is important because it shapes how we interpret and use words. It helps us communicate more precisely and sensitively across cultures. Words are not just about their dictionary definitions. They carry emotional and cultural meanings that influence how messages are received. Recognizing these layers makes our language more effective and respectful of different cultural perspectives.